Welcome everybody to the World of Ability Podcast Network. My name is Emily Gomer, and a podcast engineer here. And I'm excited to bring you another episode of Let's Be Trees with Cheri Wallace. And Let's Be Trees is all about funeral reform and having a society and natural burial and so on. So, and we do have a guest today, but first I'm going to bring in Cheri to get us kicked off here.
Hey, Emily. So thank you, Emily, for helping me with my podcast. I don't know that I could do this without you. In fact, I know I can't, and you've helped so many people like myself bring podcasts and their message out to the people. So I thank you very much. And so I haven't had a chance to talk a lot about me and who I am, and I kind of wanted to circle back and tell people who I am, who is Cheri Wallace, and what is she doing here, facing off with the funeral industry. How dare she? So my name is Cheri Wallace, and I am from Ellicott City, Maryland, and Asheboro, North Carolina. And I live at Lake Gaston, North Carolina. And that's where I met my dear friend, Darlene Nagel, who is our guest here today, one of our guests here today. And I'm looking forward to introducing her because she's been listening to me talk about this since 2022 when I met her out on Lake Gaston. And she we just became the best of friends immediately, and we took our first death doula or death midwife course together. And she's been with me this whole way. And in fact, the name Hosanna High came because her daughter is Hannah. And I wanted the name to have Hannah's name in it, and it never worked out that way. But the first property that I saw, I'm taking videos of it, and I'm sending it to Darlene. And I said, this place is the Hosanna Highest. And it was a magnificent property that we didn't get, but we could have, but now that's kind of the whole premise behind Hosanna High Community Burial Project, was because I wanted the nicest of the nice, the best of the best for our loved ones, ourselves. You know, if it's our eternal resting place, it ought to be really nice. So we also have Stephen Coolis in the house. I met Stephen back in, I don't remember. He told me this morning, 2012, I think. 2012, I hired him to be a plumbing contractor for my father's company. And I ran a plumbing contracting company in Tampa called the Unstoppers Plumbing. And I started when my dad had two men, and within very short amount of time, I helped to grow that to 15 men. And I'm proud of my time at the Unstoppers. It taught me a lot. It taught me about perseverance. It taught me about determination. It taught me about doing the right thing all the time, even when people aren't looking. I worked for my father, who's kind of a West Virginia cowboy, and Stephen knows him well, and we had a lot of fun with the company, and that's kind of the way that I run my life. If I'm not enjoying it, I'm not going to do it. And this project has been something that has been driving me to like I finally really have my purpose in life has been well, it's been leading me up to this point. So anyway, with that, Kurt is here, and he's going to have to bolt out. So Kurt, come say hello, and then I know you guys are traveling this afternoon. We'll pick up Darlene next, and then Stephen.
All right, thank you, Cheri. So yeah, we are enjoying our weekly efforts here at the World Ability Podcast Network with this your Let's Be Trees podcast live stream, getting you out onto the LinkedIn Live, Facebook Lives, YouTube Lives. We're really in the change making space and really excited to have this narrative of reforming funerals and having this membership platform for planning towards burial in cemeteries and everything that you brought to us, Cheri. It is quite an honor and a privilege to be a part of this, futuristic pursuit here and everything happening right now, May 31st, 2024, and where we go into June and every month thereafter. That's the way these things are. I talked to you about when you're in change making, you start out with storming. And then you find everything settling together in forming, and then you get down to performing. So we are planning ahead for when we are performing with the thousands of people we're going to serve, and so forth, and be able to do that. So, but right now we do need everybody to come storming with us to hear everything we're going to talk about today, and make that fork in the road, please. Everybody out there, make that fork in the road. When you're hearing about this funeral reform we're talking about, are you in or you out? And if you're in, we have a role for all of you out there that are in to this future of funeral reform, which is based on historical practices. So it's not the first time we've been here. It's just a very unique and revolutionary way to make it work in the present day, 2024. So again, thank you, Cheri, for bringing it to us. And I'm looking forward to our future together. And it's been exciting working with you all year long.
Thank you, Kurt. So, Darlene Nagel, Emily, will you bring Darlene up, my dear friend? And Kurt, enjoy your trip, but I'm not sure where you're going, but we'll see you. I guess you're checking out. I'll close this up with Emily. Darlene. Hello, dear. Hello,
Hi.
my dear Darlene. I haven't laid eyes on you in months.
I know.
I know you look like you've been working out and looking great. And I thank you for coming. I know you've got a full plate. I know you do, but I wanted to give you a chance to tell everybody who you are and why you support the project, why you feel like it's important. And and that.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Darlene.
So the first thing that I want to say is that Cheri and I innately are people of our word. We have high integrity. We say what we mean and we mean what we say. So the two of us becoming friends and kind of having the same ideas about death. Hers, obviously, she's taking it way further. But that was the initial conversation with the two of us, that we were very similar in our thoughts about it's very expensive, it's polluting the earth. It would be wonderful as this rolls out to add a group of spiritual people to guide the people that are still on the earth, the family members, planting seeds that they can take with them for the rest of their life. So I guess, in the world we live in, it's really hard to come by people that will lay down their, put it in their daily life, and it's what they live. This integrity thing, and just continuing to go forward for the purpose of the world, of the people. And I can't scream loud enough that that's who Cheri Wallace is. I mean, it's a beautiful thing. You don't meet very many people that are willing to stay diligent, persistent, and will not falter. And that's what I believe is going to happen here. And that's why I believe Cheri is. So that's first and foremost. And she's bringing in some wonderful people to help her. I am on the board also. Like she said, I have a very full plate, but it will unfold if the paradigm shift happens with people and they start seeing this from a different perspective. It can't do anything but help the world. So I'm very passionate about it, and so is Cheri. And I guess that's really all I have to say. I mean, if we go with faith versus fear, it should be easy.
Thank you, Darlene. Thank you. I appreciate you. And I know you probably have to roll because Hannah's waiting for you to pick her up. But I thank you for coming. I thank you for all the support that you give me and the friendship that you give me. And if you want to stay around and meet Steven, he's a super cool guy down in Florida. We can hang out with him when we go see Brandy next time.
Okay, I better go because Hannah is waiting. But it's been a pleasure.
Thank you, Darlene.
All right,
Tell
thank you.
Hannah
Hi. Okay, bye-bye.
Bye. Emily, you can bring Steven, coolest guy I know. Coolest guy I know. Steven, hello.
Nice to meet everybody. Love you, Cheri. Cheri got me on board with this whole thing. I love the idea. And my job, at least the way I want to take on the mantle, take on the task, is to sell this, to make it cool, to make it fun, to make all them TikTok kids and young Twitter kids. I need them investing in their future, their afterlife future. I'm a business development manager for United Water Restoration here in Tampa. So I already naturally talk to decision makers, putting it all in the CRM, getting it all the conversations, the accountability behind the conversations. And basically my job is to get decision makers to yes. And so when Cheri got me involved into this, I'm like, heck yeah, like I can push this. This is great. Let's sell it. And the more I like watched the videos, the more I was able to listen to Cheri in her very unique way unravel the whole thing. She just like unravels it. And then when it really sinks in, it's like, this is great. Cemetery Society? Crap. How come no one's thought of this before? This is wonderful. And I'm like, yes, I want in. Me. Yes, I want in. And like, she's been telling me the need that needs to be fulfilled. You know, the 50,000 signatures, you know, the different properties, different states. And just listening to her testimonial, it's inspiring. And I already told her, I said, I love you. I'll do this for free. You know, I just want to get involved. And she told me how I could get involved. And so I wanted to take action. And so I'm hoping that I can motivate this young generation of kids that have, you know, parents' money, you know, let's $100, whatever, man. We won't even know we spent $100. You know, it's just like, make it cool. Why? I mean, you dress up your Facebook, your Instagram, it's all about you. We're in a selfie society. Don't you want your like afterlife to be cool too? You know, like let's be trees, yo. Come on, let's what kind of tree? Oh, I like avocados. All right, boom, avocado seeds, you know, and it's just interesting the different ways you could market this, the different packages. You know, you can custom tailor this whole thing to different demographics, you know, target your audience and really just hit them hard with the promotions. And I see the vision. I love it. I'm in for the big win. So I hope that's a little something about me. Oh yeah, I've been a plumber. I'm a water damage guy. Basically, I'm a middleman. I'm one big middleman, and I'm glad that I'm involved in this.
Tell them about what you do with United Water, Stephen.
Oh. All right. So long story short, I'm basically, my job's to make the phone ring. How? I got a marketing budget. Okay. I got a bunch of training. So how do I do it? How am I effective? Really, it's just relationships. I go out there, I go out to the public square, and I create the relationships from nothing. And then I nurture the relationships, go from basically hunting and gathering these contacts, these new client prospects, and then farming them, and just constantly being on the front burner of their mind, so that I get referrals for the company. And basically, the company I work for, United Water Restoration, if your house floods out, you see water damage, fire, mold. When the plumber, fixes the water leak and your carpet's floating, what do? You call me. You call me. And 813-313-7333 will get you taken care of. But yeah, that's it. I just promote the company. I go and let plumbers know that we have a referral program where, we tighten you up. We make sure that you're compensated for sending us work. So I'm already in the industry of getting people to send me work, building the relationships, creating the referrals, and I'm just basically changing the dial of the product and services into Let's Be Trees. So same business mindset, same business accountability, the drive, like, I mean it. I'm in it to win it. And so I hope I can take that charisma and I hope I can push it onto a whole generation of people and really get them to invest into this idea. QR codes, branding, pushing. That's what I want to do.
You look amazing. Did you just get your hair done?
Oh, surprisingly, no. By the way, this is Gloria. So Gloria So Hacky. She runs the Joseph Michael Salon here in Dunedin, Florida. I'll show you around. Yeah, she's got this beautiful salon over here. And I was actually in here doing business development strategies with her because just like y'all, I come across so many people. Like, my job is relationships and conversations. And when I hear people's needs and their desires, I ask myself, how can I fulfill it? So with her, we need people getting haircuts, and I'm sitting here thinking, how can I cross promote? Because people getting haircuts, they love conversations. Let's be trees. Let's talk about this. And so, she's got the perfect little spot to leave stuff behind. And, it's like, I was telling her about this idea, this organization. She has a wonderful friend named Ray, and he does tombstone engravings, like 3D, like really good stuff. And I got him on the website. He was in some meetings. Actually, I sent him the link to this. Maybe he can patch in. But he is interested in this. When he was on your website on the Zoom meeting with me, I can just see the gears turning in his eyes. He sees, yo, this is a moneymaker. Yo, this is a great idea. Yo, he sees the value. And somebody like him, especially as a vendor, like, I can see the added value he could bring to the team. And if I can find vendors, if I can recruit vendors, qualify the right people to be a part of this movement, like, I'm going to send them Cheri's way. And so the first person, like, when Cheri unraveled this plan to me and I knew about this guy and what he does with his company, with the tombstone engraving, it's just like cemetery society. Here we are. I'm just the middleman. If I can link you and you into the society, I did my job. I just want to grow the numbers.
Tell me your friend's name again. The
Gloria.
hairdresser. Hey,
Gloria.
Miss Gloria.
Yeah, hi.
Hey, I'm Cheri.
Hi, Cheri. Nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you. You did a fabulous job on Stephen's hair. He's so handsome, isn't he?
No, I haven't had my haircut yet. I've been trying to maintain myself because I'm in the sales world now. So no, I actually, yeah, no, trust me. I thought about it too. Like, I'm about to do this live stream. I don't have a fresh haircut and in the salon. What's a juxtaposed position? But
one of the things that I was thinking about, Gloria, is is the tradespeople and the workers like me, like you, like Stephen, like these plumbers, like all of the beauticians and all of the barbers, and getting the word out about this through the plumbers, through the HVAC guys, through the working class people are going to be the ones that benefit from this the best. So every beautician, every barber, they all need to know about this, and we can put a sign, a wall plaque, anything, in every like we could have your studio, people come there to learn about it or what have you. It's going to take the working man to get this out because the rich man doesn't want it out. I'm going to have.
It's going to have to be a grassroots movement that's going to do this, you know? And it's like, I was talking with my buddy Murray, the Tombstone guy, and he was telling me that back in the 80s, you had the giant corporate people buying out all the funeral homes, and that's when everything got, crazy, and I see you as like, you're fighting the matrix. You're like Neo in the Matrix. You're unplugged, and you're like trying to unplug people from this matrix. And like literally Morpheus, and I was watching one of your podcasts, and the host, I believe it's the same host in this, he said that you did your part. You initiated phase 1. Okay, you got it out there. All right, and I would love to come in with phase 2 and help push it. And think of it like throwing pebbles into a pond, into a swimming pool. We're creating these ripples. We're creating these waves. There's no there's no instant gratification on something like this. It's about the follow-up. It's just, everything from cold calls to follow-ups and just nudging and pushing and constantly just having that drive. And really too, if we really want to hit the numbers, the social media engagement, the ability to take a podcast like this, chop it up, and then use the little clickbait segments, and just, Cheri, you're great with just delivering these hard hitting punchlines. I love it. You like these drop the mic moments constantly.
One-liners. I've always been that one-liner. I've always had that one-liner. I come in, zing them. I'm like, like a, yeah.
What you got? Give me like a few one-liners, Cheri.
The mortuary mafia, that whole aspect of this, it truly, what we're doing is dangerous. You know that, Gloria, right? What we're doing is so disruptive, it is dangerous. Because one cemetery society is going to save $3 billion. If the average cost of a funeral is $10,000, and we can have 300,000 members or bury that many people, that's $3 billion. So one cemetery society, $3 billion. Now that those families can use that, go on a cruise, save your money, right? There's a one-liner, save your money.
That's one line. Yeah.
Cheri, like you said in the past video, you put the fun back in funeral.
Right.
You really do.
Yeah, that was a good one. But we're putting the fun back in funeral. I can't wait to see you young guys planning what your future funeral might look like. And then you'd have this thing to look forward to. Hey man, I planned out the coolest party. We're going to have blah, 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 whatever I envisioned the whole body surf, Stephen being body surfed through his crowd. Right. By then we'll have Viking funerals will be legal in all 50 states. Stephen will have his boys shooting flaming arrows and cheers and some good mead. Yeah.
No, it's funny though, because what I would actually like to do, I've always wanted my decomposed, biological spacesuit. I've always wanted it to be used as a substrate so that people can literally grow mushrooms. I've always wanted people at my funeral to have that experience. And then it helps with the mourning. You know what I mean? They can do lion's mane, shiitake, or they can do the fun ones. I just want them to be able to cope with the grief in a way that was part of my personality trait. It was part of the humor that makes it easy for them to release, the sad feelings and all the heavy stuff that comes with it. Because ultimately, that's what this is about. It's about reclaiming your death rights. It's about taking the power back away from these corporate monolithic entities that have just messed everything up. They muddied up the waters. And like, I've never thought about the death industry until Cheri put it before me. And now I can't go a day without thinking about it. And it's one of those things now. Think about like banking, compound interest, investing, just compound. So you're young, get involved. Imagine having just like a little bit of money every month. And you even forget that you even enrolled in this tiny little thing. And then by the time you get to a certain age in your life, you've got so much invested, you can have all the electives, all the accessories that come with the packages that are going to be offered. So there are the basic plans, but there are tiers. There are things to make it fun and vendors to offer those services. I'm sorry, Cheri, go ahead.
Gloria, do you have your plans put together? Your funeral plans, do you have it put together? No,
I don't even want to think. I lost my husband a couple of years ago, and it hit me hard. It really hit me. It hit me like I hit a brick wall, and it shocked I never thought I was going to lose him, and I've been dealing with that, and now I just lost my mom's sister. She was like a mom to me. Oh, okay. So it's been. I don't think about this right now, but I know what's coming. And I said to my sisters, I just want to be cremated, but I don't want people to be as sad as I've been and go through what I went through. I can't describe it. When you have loved someone this much, and that's what my clients keep telling me, but at least you got to experience someone loving you as much as you love them. There's a lot to that. And people keep bringing that up to me. Just remember that and try to focus on the good moments, and that's what I try to do more than anything. But then you got to go back and run. I got the salon. It's like, oh my God, I got to go back and do hair. You got to get focused again. I don't know if you're married, if you have your husband, if he's alive. I don't know if you're alone, but it is something to go through. Let me tell you, it was an experience. It was very hard.
I'm sorry that happened to you. My hope is to reform the funeral industry, not just with dollars, not just making it essentially free, but having a plan put together for our end of lives that are not only sustainable, but what's going to happen. Or you and Mr. Gloria, I'm sorry, what was his name?
Ray, my friend Ray. Ray,
your husband, Ray.
It's Gene, my husband. Gene. Oh, it's Gene. Sorry,
Gene. That's all right. So if you and Gene had been members of a cemetery society, and you knew that Gene was going to make y'all's pine box, or you were going to sew a shroud, and your cousins were going to dig the holes, and you knew that you were going to have a graveside service or something at the salon or something at your house, whatever. But if we had planned all of this out, which when you take the money out of it, and now all you've got to do is plan a cool farewell, even if it comes down to being a sudden thing. It was already planned out, and no money was really spent, because the way that I want to do this, Gloria, is that our cousins are digging our graves, and our brothers and sisters and kin folks are taking care of our own, we're taking care of ourselves the way that our grandparents used to do. And my vision is that it's not so torturous when you already have your plans are made and you know where you're going, and you know that it's basically free, and you don't have to be cremated if you don't want to, and you guys could be a tree together, you know.
Yeah.
it,
Yeah. But can I tell you what happened when he passed away? So his brothers came, everybody came from Michigan and from Arizona and stuff. So he's a musician, and for his whole life, he was a little boy playing the accordion, and then he went into the accordion to the organ to piano. And he loved classical. He loved classical music, but at his funeral, one of his friends brought a musician in to play Santana Europa in honor of him. But we had people come up, and I'm going to tell you, I had a minister say to me, "You got to get up and talk about Gene." I says, "I am not getting up and talking about Gene. No way. No, I can't do it." I froze up. Well, all of a sudden, something overcame me at the church. I have no idea. All of a sudden, I got the strength to get up and talk about him. I can't even believe I did it, but I did. And then after I did that, other people got up that knew him, wanted to talk and had something to say. So it became a happy moment, and not sitting there crying, but all these stories came out. People got up and just talked. And then the guy played the guitar and played Santana Europa. And that was in honor of Gene. Everybody just loved the music, and music, as he knows, Steve knows, music, Gene says that is the heart to people's souls. It really brings out something special in people, and they will never forget that about Gene. We had that in the church because I had him cremated. So, but this is something totally different that Steve popped up on me when he came here today. So this was all new. So I just got to meet you today. Everything would just happen today for, I guess, a reason.
Stephen told me about you. Stephen told me that he was coming, and the first thing I thought was, you know, between the tradespeople and the hairdressers and the barbers, that's who we have to go to, Stephen. We'll do this from a local working people's perspective.
The blue collar, the grassroots.
Huh?
It's the grassroots movement. It's the blue collar. It's the little people.
Yeah.
Yeah, the small businesses.
It's Joe Sixpack, the plumber.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about. You right there. You need to be involved in this. Let's Be Trees.org. Sign up. We need numbers. You right now, get involved.
You know, one of the coolest things about this is that right now we don't need anybody to send us money. We just need names. So if you would call in, phone, send us an email, send us a pigeon, send us something, but put your name on a list for your state, and they're going to go fast. Once Stephen gets a hold of this, and
itself. That's why I'm pumped up. That's why I'm excited. This is the type of thing that if people know about it, it just moves itself. You know,
yeah.
It's not like I'm selling aluminum siding. You know what I mean? I'm not pushing anything that's not detrimental. You know, it's like society, cemetery society, hashtag cemetery society. I never heard that phrase before.
No.
That's the punchline. Yeah, that's the t-shirt. Are you part of the society? If not, bro, you're basic. You need to level up.
Stephen, I've adored you since the day I met you. You were like my little brother. There we were, a little unstoppers, and here we are out in the world. We're going to be unstoppable. We'll be absolutely.
And now I'm the fun stopper. The fun stops here. I'm just playing.
You're so funny. Emily, are you there? I guess we're going to wrap this up. We don't have anybody waiting, do we, Emily?
Nope, not that I'm aware of.
All right. Well, I appreciate you guys. I really do. I can't wait to get back down to Florida. I need my hair colored.
Yay, come on in.
Oh
Yeah.
man,
We'll do something.
she's the one.
I'll do it.
She's the one.
I'm the artist with the color. I'm really, yep. I love, that's my passion, you know.
His color.
Yep, I love color and I like cutting. Yeah. Oh, yeah, there you go.
There you
Joseph
go.
Michael Salon. How nice is that?
And we're adding on Dunedin hair to it. Me and him are marketing.
DunedinHaircuts.com.
Haircuts.
We're in the process of getting it all, the admin and everything hooked up.
Mhm.
And then this is me.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Stephen is looking to take travel barbers into contractors' places of employment, and the contractors, all the guys can get their haircut in one go so that they look good, presenting and representing the company. So that is so ingenious. I want Let's Be Trees on the cape that gets put over these.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. And of course, United Water Restoration. And then are you going to be the one, Gloria, that is doing the haircuts, or are you just helping him organize?
Well, I want to do, we talked about it, about doing haircuts or going in. We just got discussing that a little bit.
I've been here for hours, and we're still figuring out how to package this. Trying to figure out what the flyer looks like, you know? Once all the language is handled, what are the optics? How perception management? How do I push it? You know? So that's
I love it.
literally what's going on.
All you got to do is tell you each plumber that you go out and hype up that you're going and bring Gloria with you. We're doing an open house at whatever. Bring a barber with you with a Let's Be Tree water restoration cape.
I have a conversation opener. Hey, cold open. Did you know that 10 out of 10 people you know are gonna die? Whoa, then what, man? You know, we're just putting the fun back in funeral. You know, we're just taking it back, capturing the flag, bringing it back. You know.
You know, my father told me when I told my dad I was going to put the fun back in funeral, he said, "You better not say that. Didn't nobody ever think a funeral should be fun?" I said, "Dad, if you don't arrange your funeral and wait for Melissa to have to do it for you, yours indeed will not be fun."
Oh, man.
Fun stopper.
Unstopper, the old goose. All right, Stephen, Gloria, we're going to get out of here. It's very nice to meet and see Stephen. I haven't seen Stephen's face in years. So, Emily, you're going to check.
Come to Florida.
Hey, one more thing. Everybody, go to letsbetrees.org and sign up. It's not a money thing we need right now. Right now, it's numbers. Please sign up. If there's anything you take away from this, it's sign up and then send the link. You know, and if you want to help, and the least you could do, you know, it's just send the link, do the repost. I know sometimes it's cringe, people don't want to repost, but this is worth it. 10 out of 10 people you know are going to die. They need this service. I don't know about y'all, but I'm not really made of money. I can't afford all this death stuff, this industry. So let's reclaim it. Let's get it normal again. Let's bring it back to how it was, how the grandparents had it. And yeah, let's be trees.org.
Thank you, Stephen. Thank you. Emily, are you here?
Yep.